Hello and welcome to this edition of Big Scott 35 Cards, where today we're going to go over some pickups that I got, and as I'm doing that, I'll talk a little bit about what I'm focusing on right now at this moment. So let's take a look and see what I got. Hello and welcome back to Big Scott 35 Cards. Like I said, I'm going to be going over what direction I'm in. I've said it before in other videos. I kind of change focus a lot of time of one thing to the other. Something catches my eye and I start going in that direction. And I'll go a little bit over that as I'm going. But first, a card from a friend of mine at work. A brother in cards, I could say. He collects mainly football, almost strictly football and Cowboys, with a little Saquon Barkley sprinkled in. But he hooked me up with this Ezekiel Elliott Select. I forget what level this is. He told me and I can't remember. But very nice, and I appreciate him doing that. He buys eBay and he gets cards like that for free sometimes, and he passes them on to me, so I appreciate that when he already has them. He knows I'm a Cowboy fan. Next is going to be some Tops Now. This is from that bracket. This is 16 files, Juan Soto, DeGrom. I think last time I told you I had some more of these coming. Trout, and I think this is about it. I might have got the Yelich final. I can't remember. And then the one Project 2020 came in. The Darryl Strawberry 85 traded card. I actually kind of like this one. It's a little busy on top, but I kind of like that one. We'll leave that one sitting right there. That's probably one of the ones I've liked the most since I've gotten those. Next is going to be working on the Mets Topps flagship team set, and I believe these are 63s. Not the greatest of shape. I got these off of Dean's cards.com. And they list them on what they think would be graded, and this one's written on. So some of these were kind of expensive and a higher grade, so I got them best I could. 5EX, Roger Craig. This one was a little pricey. 3 very good. And I'm just trying to get, nice representations of these cards. This might even be his rookie was why it was so expensive. I can't remember. Norm Sherry and Wynn Hawkins. And some of these are higher, low print cards, short prints. So there you go. Working on that. 63. I haven't got it in a couple weeks. That's one of those ones that I kind of go for a while. I get really hyped up by them, and then I kind of stop because I get there'll be a new shiny object that catches my eye that I work on. Next is today. Actually, I ran to the store to my Target to pick up some odds and ends. My Target is pretty well stocked. They even had toilet paper today. Not a lot of it, but enough where I could buy some, and I am stocked. But I bought some for some of my friends, just making sure that because they were complaining they were running out. But I did buy some cards, and at my Target, I don't know about yours. So if you ever go there and in the front, they might not have them. Go back to the toy section, because back there they have card displays back there, and that's where I found some last year update, which I got that to see if I can get a Pete Alonso and pulled one right off the first card. But I did pick up a hanger box of this year's Heritage and got this Bryce Harper white Clubhouse Collection on the powder blue. This must be like throwback jersey or something. Day, non-numbered, but still nice altogether. I'm a very much anti-Bryce Harper fans because I do like the Nationals, so not a big Harper fan. But this next one, huge fan of. This is one of the guys, growing up, I've talked about it many times on this channel about how I love the late 70s, 80s players from when I grew up. This was numbered out of 199. And it is game used with a nice little pinstripe on the material there, the black. So very nice. That was out of a hanger box of this year's that I got from Walgreens without reading the box. I always, not always, but if I think about it, I'll stop at the Walgreens there in town just to see if they got anything. Picked up the hanger box thinking they had the yellows because they're so hard to come by. And didn't have any yellows, but I got this hit. I don't know why I didn't have yellows in it. I read the hanger box after I opened it, and it didn't say anything about yellows. I thought everything from Walgreens had yellows in it for flagship, but very wrong. Next, I've been saying I've been very hooked on short prints. Short print Mets cards. Been just loving looking for these. Jake DeGrom. I think this is that Heritage. Got that one because this came in a lot where I got the black and white with the color or the black and white variant with it. And man, all of these I got pretty cheaper. I put on my watch list, and then a lot of times after if it's a buy it now, a lot of times when they relist it, it'll ask for significantly less or a little less, and then I'll counter offer most of the time. I've been doing really well with that, or just this stuff, not a lot of bidding going on. Now, the big name guys, you're still going to see those kind of pricey. But I did well on a Pete Alonso this week on a buy it now with a counter offer. Jacob DeGrom, blue. This one is not numbered. I forget what the print run is on this one. Really like that one. And then I got the Pete Alonso action variant. Now this is the second one I purchased of these, but love picking up the variants. And I'm going to be, now I've kind of shifted from these variant cards. Now I have been trying to get Pete Alonso rookie variants and this year's variants on the rainbows. So the rookie is kind of pricey, so I've been putting money in that and only buying one card where I can buy 10 to 20 of these or something like that. So it's just on how you want to spend your money. Pete Alonso, I believe this is what they call cracked ice on the Prism. I can't remember. It's out of 99. It might even be cracked ice. So, and I got that one with this card. So I purchased this card at this guy had it for, I think, $40. He came to me, he put out an offer for $35, I think, and I countered it with $20 because that's what it's been going for. He took my $20 and it was like $5 shipping, so I looked on his page and picked up this one. And I've been doing that quite a bit. When I win a card, unless it's just super, super dumb cheap where it's less than $5 shipped or at $5 shipped. But something like this, I usually do that. So I got shipping with that. So I've been doing that quite a bit. It's a good way to get an extra card, and sometimes it even pays for itself. Then I got this Doc Gooden black Stadium Club. And I think, if I remember correctly, I need like just 2 more variants of this, like the gold and sepia. I think I got the black and white, and I think I got the red. So, and then this last one, did the same thing with KC Futures, which is a Litco 3. So I won this Frank Thomas, very cheap, 92. I think I talked about one of the last videos. Not the last one, because that's when I showed off my display units for autos. The one before that, I had a Cal Ripken 92, and this one is kind of the same way. Really, this is kind of, that whole 92 set to me is kind of iconic. I know it's part of the junk era, but man, the photos, and this is a 10 by the way, the photos and everything are just so awesome. And I just think that year was such a milestone. That year I turned 21 in October after the baseball season. That was the first year I moved out on my own with some friends in our first house. It was a lot of firsts for me that year. So it was kind of a big year for me. So I think it's kind of nostalgic for me with those 92s. And then I got this same time, 100 Pete Alonso. I didn't have the base. I think I had it in one of the color variants, like black or green or something like that. So, and I'll take Pete Alonso's all day. I also, y'all know if you're watching my videos, the past, I pick up University of Virginia players. I'm from Virginia. I live in Iowa now, but I'm from Virginia. So I try to pick them up in jersey autographs as much as possible. And even in some players in jerseys, if it's somebody like, now Joe Reed, I'm interested to see where he goes in the draft this weekend. Virginia, we should have like 4 players in the draft. Usually we don't have any. So here's another one, Jordan Mack, excuse me. Hicks, man, what am I? Red, white, and blue prism. I try to get them in the prism draft. It's out of 99. Much as I can. I really like the prism draft. And again, I got that one and this one from the same buyer. Me and him went back and forth on the first one, and then I messaged him saying I wanted a Mac as well, so it brought down the price of this one and the Mac, and with shipping included, so wasn't too bad. This is a Bryce Perkins Prism Silver. And if anybody's familiar with Virginia football, his last 2 seasons have been just miraculous. And I mean, he transferred in, I believe, from Arizona, had neck issues, wanted to play quarterback. I think he'll get drafted late, but more as an athlete. I think he's going to play like the guy in New Orleans. Be a great build, and I would not be surprised if somebody like New England or somebody, or the Rams coach or somebody that's innovative that does that type of stuff will pick him up, where he can be an all type of playing on the punt team, catching balls, playing everywhere. He's going to be that type player. And I also got a green one. I'm thinking about trying to pick this up in a rainbow. Love the green. But it's not high on my list. And then here is one of the all-time great Virginia players, Herman Moore, which he was with Detroit Lions wide receiver, and Calvin Johnson broke all. This is the man that he broke all the records of while he was at Detroit for Detroit team records. So nice auto there. Love it. Love that. I love that so much. Doc's going down and Herman's going up. And I believe Zeke's going to come down, and I'm going to put up Bryce Perkins. He was, I mean, I mean, we went to a major bowl finally. We won our half of our division this year. A lot of good things happen, and Bryce Perkins still a lot of it. And hopefully, because of that, we can get some good recruits. But if we don't have football this year, it's going to be hurt. It's going to hurt us. Next is what I've been collecting and keep on picking up, and we'll keep working on this. This is my main PC. Is Gary Carter Tops. I'm working on a superset. This is the top stickers. Gary Carter, Mike Easley, Jim Mint 10. Now, I've been saying I've been really enjoying this because I've been finding stuff I've never seen. And this is one of the things I've never seen. That sticker. I still don't know if it went in. That was this a part of a sticker book? Because I used to do the sticker books. And I used to fill them up. Come on. Come in focus. There you go. So I'm guessing that's what this was, but it looks almost like it was. It's some type of like entry thing on the back or a way to buy something. Never seen that one. And these all came for Four Corners as well. 1986 Topps Tiffany and a 9. Couldn't find this in a 10, or I would have got it. 10s and a Tiffany. Not too tremendously bad. 10s are just very hard to find with that black border on the top in 86. But I'll take that 9 all day. 9 is just fine. Topps traded 85 and a 10. This has got. Oh yeah, it is Tiffany. I was getting ready to say I didn't see Tiffany, but it had a Tiffany back on it. And that Tiffany back is going to be, if I have a, I don't have like a regular, all I got is Tiffany's over here. Wish I had a regular Topps card, but these, especially in the 80s, are really, really bright. If you hold it up to beside a regular Topps card, it's going to be darker, duller color, where this is brighter, more vibrant. But the front of that one's really dark. Same with this 85 Topps Tiffany base card with the Expos. This is his last year with the Expos before his final season, where he went back. As you can see, another bright back. And also on Tiffany cards, if you look at a regular Topps card, back on the bottom, it will have like that little star down by the ink, where the Tiffany backs will not. One of the ways to look. The reason I'm bringing this up is about 5 years ago, almost 6 now, I believe, I went to the National, my first one. Maybe it was 5 years ago in Chicago. And I picked up some Tiffany Ripken cards. First ones I've ever purchased. I've seen them. I just never seen them in person. Only seen them in magazines. Looking them up in Beckett. Didn't have any idea what they were. First time I saw them was at the National. Picked up some. Really, really like them. Well, I just like them because it's just something else to collect. So, again, another 10. And this 10 is kind of weak to me, but I'll take it. I've seen better 10s. And then this last card is another eBay purchase. This is probably one of my bigger eBay purchases I've bought, and now I'm working on more Pete Alonso rookie cards. And since reason I showed off my autos last week display is I'm really getting into autographs again. I'll go back and forth. I love autographs. So I'm getting back into that and showing this. I mean, what can you say? Beautiful card. David Wright, Mike Schmidt, numbered out of 35. And this one here, I took a chance. It was a buy it now for, I believe, $85. Let it not get bought. Was nobody bought it, so they put out a offer of 80. 75. I counter offered with 60. He came back with 70, I believe, and then I used eBay bucks to get it down even further. Which, I mean, that's not a lot of money. I'm just telling you. Well, to some people it is, and sometimes, I mean, right now it is a lot of money to a lot of people, but it's not like thousands of dollars. I'm talking like, but this is, I mean, a lot of times I am on a budget. I am definitely on a budget, so that's how I got around that one and worked with the guy. When you send a counter offer, you could put messages in there, and I gave the guy a good rating, and he worked with me, and it was great. But man, when I bought that, I was so happy, and when it came in the mail, I was so happy. And I think it came in the mail like the couple of days after my last pickup video, and I mentioned it. I had a big card to show you while I was filming the last video, and there it is. I am so happy to have that one. So till next time, please leave me a like, share, subscribe, leave me a comment. Please take care of one another and be safe out there. Seems like we're going to be slowly opening up things across the country here. Just be smart out there, people. Be smart. Get those cards out and get to ripping. See ya.